you've been so bad for Uganda. 41 years of misrule, and Mondoro, Venezuela only ruled 13 years, and they thought he was bad. We've had this leader for 41 years. He's killed more people than Mandela. Why, if you can do it to Mandela, why don't you do it to the duke of Uganda? Take him wherever you want. You can even kill him on the way. He's killed so many people. He's spoiled the economy. Yet you think Mandela did bad. He ain't bad. MUP, everywhere. Thank you for listening.
We are not giving up. As my colleague just finished, to give you, when we talk about double standards, I'll give you a simple example of Maduro, Venezuela. The brutal dictator of Venezuela was in power for 13 years. But in Uganda, we have the longest brutal dictator for 41 years. And the UK, he has never condemned. The UK sends £1 billion to Uganda every year. The US sends $1 billion to Uganda. But they are talking about Maduro, a man who has been in power for 13 years. And yes, I don't want Maduro. He's a dictator. But we don't want double standard. If Maduro, a 13-year brutal dictator in power of Venezuela, what is the difference between the longest brutal dictator in the world, the junta of Uganda, Museveni, 41 years in power is more than enough. When you talk about democracy, the UK is the mother of democracy. The UK is the mother of human rights in the world. Why today that the UK stands with the brutal dictator of Uganda, Museveni? 41 years of dictatorship in Uganda, being supported, promoted, financed by the UK. Shame on the UK. Shame on the UK. Shame on the UK. Shame on the UK. Why the Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Starmer, he has not come out to condemn the Sham elections in Uganda? The brutal dictator of Uganda has robbed the Ugandans 8 times now today by presenting Sham elections in the name of democracy. Why should we have 2 types of democracy? One in Uganda, which does not exist, and the one we live here in Europe and the UK. We are the victim of the brutal dictator, repeat. We ran away from Uganda because of this brutal dictator. The brutal dictator has been in power for 41 years, and the UK facilitates, enables the brutal dictator to long stay in power. We have minerals in Uganda. We have oil in Uganda. We know Maduro was a bad man. He rigged one election. And the American and the UK, they call him a dictator. But they cannot call a 41-year in power brutal dictator Museveni a dictator. They are dining with the brutal dictator Museveni. A message to Ugandans: you need to rise up. You need to rise up and take over this brutal dictator Museveni of Uganda. We don't want you to dead sleep thinking that the UK will send the army, the air force, the marine to come and rescue Ugandans who are being murdered today as we stand here. We are calling on Ugandans. The Constitution of Uganda, Article 3, allows you to use any necessary means, whether it's to pick up arms, or to pick up knives, or to pick up machete. You need to defend yourself. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere, In Venezuela, we did see dead bodies in the streets, but the U.S. went for him. That is a brutal dictator. But the one in Uganda is not a dictator because you are in bed with him. You are taking our minerals on the cheap. You are taking our oil on cheap. And at the end of the day, you claim to be sending £1 billion to Uganda. That is a business. You are running a cartel. You send £1 billion to Uganda, and in return you take 20 billion. Shame on the UK.
Shame on the UK.
We are the victim of the brutal dictator of Uganda. We wouldn't be here. We'll be back home. We are professionals. We'll be back home. Uganda is better than the UK. The weather in Uganda is the best. For those who don't know Uganda, go on the Google and Google what is Uganda in Africa. The richest country in Africa is Uganda. But it's the same country, being very rich. It's why you don't get schools. We have no functioning hospitals. We have no roads. And the UK still sends £1 billion. That £1 billion should be spent in the UK on our policemen and the homeless who are sleeping in the streets of London. Shame on the UK. I can't hear you. You didn't come here to talk personal issues. Shame on the UK. Shame on the UK. Shame on the UK. People power. Our power. A clear message to Ugandans in Uganda. You need to rise up and overthrow this brutal dictator. Don't expect the UK to send arms to Uganda. They are sending arms to Uganda to protect and to defend the dictator. They are sending ammunition and tear gas to Uganda to make sure that the brutal dictator longs in power for their own personal interests. People power. Our power. Thank you for listening.
The people you see behind me are Ugandans, and most of them have
Thank you, sir. Yeah? It's all right. It's okay.
Other than the junta who has been in Uganda for 40 years. As I talk now, there is elections going on in Uganda, and the junta is won the elections the 8th time. Has that ever happened? Except in Cameroon, where Biya won the 9th election. That is Uganda. If you don't know, the junta in Uganda has won the election today 8 times. That means he's a thief. He's a liar. He has done everything bad. Yet you can think Putin is bad. Putin, when you see the junta in Uganda, it makes Putin an angel. Putin has been in power for only 23, 24 years. The junta in Uganda has been in power for 41 years. And he's over 90 years old. And he's wondering, so that means he's going for another 5 years. He'll be 96 when we have another selection, not election. The junta in Uganda has mismanaged. Uganda, if I tell you, has 2 fire engines in Kampala. The other fire engines follow the junta throughout. In case it goes through a non-seasonal road, they use it to dust down the dust. That's the junta. A man who can sit in the middle of the road and the highway is locked off, connecting the main route to other countries. I'll tell you one thing. The junta has built roads worth $300 million in the Congo. In Uganda, he hasn't built any roads. He has built schools worth $1.5 million in Tanzania. The junta of Uganda has never built schools. The junta in Uganda has raided every country. It's only in Uganda where we are beggars but fighting wars that are not ours. The junta of Uganda is financed by UK and USA to fight a war that's not our own. Our junta of Uganda Museveni has the military in Somalia, has the military in Sudan, has the military in Congo, has the military in Burundi. Yet Ugandans don't have aspirin in the hospital. Ugandan people don't know what an ambulance is. Ugandan people in schools don't know what a classroom is. People sit under trees, and that's the junta in Uganda. Yet he's worth 13 billion. If I can go on and on and on,